The goal of being adaptive, what we aim at, is escaping from industry rivalry and create our own competitive context. Until not long ago, strategy was about competition. Strategy was about rivalry. Strategy was about developing a competitive advantage that would help you outperform your rivals. The problem is that when you are too concerned about your rivals, you start imitating them. When you are concentrating too much on your competitors, you start following them. And you lose your position as a leader, and you become a follower. So it's important to know your competitors, but simply to do just like they are not doing. Not to do the same, sorry. Not to do the same, but to do not the opposite, but do your own way. It's information you have on what you should not do because someone else is already doing it. So what we're saying is that we should escape from this complex environment where you are fighting each other, where you are fighting with your competitors, and just try to find your own context, your own competitive context, where you can progress. Well, it's not a highway, it's not a 5-lane highway, it's not perfect, it's going to be a windy road, but you know, this is clear and bright. So it'll be much easier to succeed in that context. Well, the only way to create that competitive context and escaping from rivalry is to concentrate on the client. Some time ago, Peter Drucker told us that the valid definition of a business purpose is to create a customer. And that's what we should concentrate on. And we should focus everything we do on our customers and do it from two perspectives: innovation and marketing. We have to shift from product focus to a client focus. In the old paradigm, when we were fighting with our competitors, we were fighting with the product. We were just changing the features for a product. We were trying to make our product better, nicer than the one from our competitors. Now we have to shift our focus from the product to the client, to the customer, and build our business around them. The ultimate goal of strategy is not competitive advantage, it's client bonding. By achieving client bonding, you will achieve success. Let's move one level down. Let's narrow our focus on the business. And let's go from strategy to business model. A business model is simply the blueprint of your strategy. It's where strategy becomes real and becomes action. The building block is about several elements. On the top, we see the happy customer, the happy client. The first thing we have to do is be able to segment. Segment a client means identify different groups of clients that we may have in the market. Most typically, companies will segment the market using demographics, and we have to move further and go from demographics to psychographics. These are some criteria that we are using to segment our clients' markets. When clients come to us to ask us to help them in finding new segments, that's what we use. What's your customer attitude and willingness to do business with you? What's the value that you add to a client? What's a client's life cycle? If you are providing, for example, services for academia, it's not the same service you will provide for a assistant professor than you will provide for a tenured professor. And most assistant professors will become tenured one day, hopefully. So you can accommodate your value proposition to the life cycle of your client, where your client stands in his life cycle. So once you want to have segmented the client, you have to offer them a nice value proposition, and then try to engage them in your process. Of course, we also need to buy a profit formula. How are we going to make money with this? What's the price we're going to sell things at, and how much does it cost us? Then we have to find out the activities to deliver both the value proposition in the consumer engagement process and see what resources we need. Today, we're concentrating on these three.